Good morning, you guys. So I'm actually getting ready to film right now. I'm gonna put my Beauty lip mask on, which I've been doing literally all month while I get ready because it just keeps my lips so moisturized. Anyways, I'm getting ready to film right now, so I figured I'm going to do a chit chat get ready with me while I get ready to film, because I am gonna film a answering your assumptions about me video, and I'm so excited for it. I actually asked you guys over the weekend to send me your assumptions, and I'm excited. So it's actually a really nice day outside today. I think it's like 7 degrees, and it's February, so it's a good day. The snow is all melting. The river is flowing. Was it frozen before? I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to use the Benefit Professional. Wait, what should I put first? Because I haven't done, by the way, I'm going to do a really matte makeup look today because I haven't done one in a while. So that's what I'm doing today. So Benefit Professional, I'm going to use that on my pores first. First, I like to rub it in and then pat it in. You guys, I have to show you this. Steph just texted me. I'm actually going to higher my brightness. Steph just texted me this photo of us. Okay, are you ready to see it? Like, are you kidding me? I'm pretty sure this is the world's worst photo of us. Like, I'm hella embarrassed. That was my message back to her. I was like, Steph, that has got to be the absolute worst photo of us. Anyways, I'm gonna start getting ready. I'm gonna do a super matte makeup look today. So I'm gonna use the Benefit Professional Matte Rescue. I haven't used this in a while, but this is like my go-to mattifying primer. So I think for today, I'm going to use the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation. I love, love, love this. This is the shade 310. I'm going to pour it on my beauty blender and then put it on the face. It just works better like this because it does dry pretty quickly. So I'm actually really excited to chit chat with you guys today. I feel like we got, I want to give you guys, this is mainly going to be like, I feel like a weight loss update chit chat, because I haven't really updated you guys on my weight loss in a while. So I kind of wanted to give you guys an update on where I'm at in my weight loss journey. I feel like a lot of the times on my channel, I mean, I'm doing what I eat in a days and all these kind of like weight loss videos, which I love doing and you guys love too, because I'm kind of taking you along with me on my journey, and that's amazing. Like, I love doing that. You guys get to see the good parts, but I want to also talk about, I want to give updates when it's not so good and when things are not going so good, because that's just the reality, you know what I mean? Everything is not always peachy. So you can probably tell by the title of this video, I'm just going to get straight to the point with the title. Okay, the title of this video, Chit Chat Get Ready With Me, I'm going to get straight to the point. Currently, I feel like I'm in a really good spot with my weight loss journey. I'm back on track, but you know, I will say I gained a lot of weight back in December, which was kind of depressing when I realized it. I mean, I knew, well, pretty much here's an update. So December came and I feel like I was just like over weight loss and I just wanted to take a break. But let me just say, I did not care at all. Like in December, like I barely worked out. I ate whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. And if you guys know me, you know I have a huge love for food and a huge appetite, and I just enjoyed myself in December. And to be quite honest with you guys, I don't know, it's weird because half of me regrets it because I gained, ready for the big number. Well, you guys probably already saw the title. It's actually 14 pounds, not 15, but whatever. Let's round it up. Let's not, you know, let's not be shy here. I literally gained 14 pounds back in December. I went from being 128 or 120, no, I think I was 128. 128.6 I was at the end of October. And then January 1st, I was 143.2 pounds. So I went all the way back up to 140, which was so depressing. Half of me regrets it because I'm like, oh my God, the weight that I gained in a month is literally gonna take me a good 4 months to lose. So it's like, how do you gain weight so quickly, but it's gonna take you so long to lose it? So a part of me really regretted that, and I was like, oh, Amy, why did you do that? But then the other part of me was like, I enjoyed myself though. And I feel like we're human, and sometimes we just wanna like let go for a few weeks, but I will say, I feel like I let go a little too much. Like gaining 5 pounds, okay, 15, what were you doing, girl? So I have like this weird bittersweet feeling about it where I'm like, well, at the same time, you can't really regret it because you really enjoyed December. Like, I just let go and did whatever I wanted, and that's just the reality sometimes. Like, sometimes you're gonna gain weight back, especially around the holidays. Normally around the holidays, to keep it real with you guys, holy shit, this is light. I think I picked up the wrong concealer. This is light sand. I normally use light neutral. Well, we're gonna be bright today. Normally around the holidays, to be real with you guys, I always gain like a good 3 to 5 pounds around the holidays, but this time around, I really, really did it. Like I said, at first it was really depressing, but I can't say I didn't know what I was doing. I knew I was gonna gain weight, to keep it real with you guys. I was like, okay, yeah, like I'm definitely gonna gain some weight. But I kept telling myself, oh, it's just gonna be water weight, it's just gonna be water weight. Usually 3 to 5 pounds is water weight, but once you hit that 15 mark, it's not just water weight, it's fat. So whatever, I wasn't ready to face the coffee, and I kind of just wanted to chill out in December. And once January 1st came, I knew I was gonna get back on track, but I was like, oh my God, let's look at the damage. And when I saw 143 on that scale, I was so like, oh my God, what did I do? Like, again, instant regret mode. But then again, afterwards, I was like, do you really regret it though? Because you had fun eating pizza and Doritos almost every day. So this is just kind of the reality of weight loss. Sometimes you get off track. In total, I've actually lost 47 pounds and then obviously gained 14 of that back, which when I think about it, you get kind of like disappointed in yourself. But then the other part of me is just like, it's all a part of the process. Literally, this is what a weight loss, like people don't call it a weight loss journey for fun. Like, we don't say it for fun. It's called a weight loss journey because it's literally a journey. You're going through these ups and downs and these obstacles and these bumps in the road. And that's just, what's a part of it. I have already lost 6 pounds of the 14 that I gained back. So I'm down to 137 now, which I'm like obviously really happy about. I lost 6 pounds in January, which I'm really, really happy about. Of course, a good amount of that is water weight, but a good amount of it was fat as well. I think I lost 2% of body fat, which is good because my body fat was in the 26% before, and then it went up to 31%. And now I'm back at 29, so I'm feeling good. I'm getting back on track. Currently, I'm in a really good spot with my weight loss because I am back on track. And again, what I was saying to you guys before is weight loss is like this journey where you learn a lot and you go through these obstacles. And one thing I can say is I can look at how much weight I gained in December, and I can look at it and like be depressed about it and be disappointed, or I can look at it as a learning curve. And to be real with you, I really did learn a lot because I realized that I had to stop and ask myself, okay, what is it, Amy? That kind of, because honestly, what I realized is like fat gaining, like not even weight gain, because weight can be muscle, but like gaining a lot of fat over a period of time, it's an emotional issue. One reason why I have been so successful in my weight loss is because like before, I would lose weight in like 3 to 4 months and then I would gain it all back really quickly. Like my weight loss journey would never last this long. Like I would gain weight back like this, and then I would gain weight for the next like 2 years. Like this is the first time I've actually been successful in my life, where it's been 2 years that I've been working out, eating right, and staying on this journey and going through the obstacles. Like before, I would literally give up in like 3 months, and it's literally been 2.5 years. So I'm really proud of how much I've stuck to it. But one of the reasons why I've stuck to this journey is because I stopped and faced the emotional damage and tried to figure out what it is with my problem with food, So one of the things I kind of like stopped and asked myself is like, why did you feel the need to binge so much in December? Like, what is it that made you go crazy and eat whatever you wanted for a month? So I realized that I feel like I was restricting myself too much in the way where I was still eating foods that I loved, but I was following such a strict like routine where like every single day I ate the exact same way. So it was like, I wasn't free. I didn't feel free. Pretty much that's what it is. I didn't feel free at all. So when you don't feel free, or when I don't feel free, I notice that what I love about being able to eat whatever I want, whenever I want, is I love like that freedom. I don't feel like I'm in a cage with food. So I realized I loved the freedom. And honestly, I want to say something because people love to say this, which is like literally, like I'm not trying to be rude, but it's literally ridiculous. Like some people will be like, don't restrict yourself for weight loss. Don't do it. Don't restrict yourself. It's not good. Newsflash, people. The reality is you have to restrict in some sort of way for weight loss to happen. You're not gonna live your life freely, eat whatever you want, and lose weight. It's not gonna happen. Like, that's just the reality. The best thing to do is to limit those restrictions as much as possible, which is why I love calorie counting, because I get to, you know, it's a form of restriction because you gotta do that to lose weight, obviously. Like, literally, it's a scientific fact that in order to lose weight, you need to be in a deficit. So it's just a fact. Like, we can't go through life ignoring actual scientific facts here. So you need to obviously be in a deficit. But what I love about that is it's the least restrictive. Even though it's restricting, because like I said, you gotta restrict to lose weight, it's the least restrictive because you do get to eat whatever you want. You know what I mean? But in my own personal way, like, I'm a very, like, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but I think people call it like type A. I have a very type A personality, I think that's what it is, where I, you know, I like to follow rules and I love structure and I love routine. My boyfriend likes to call me a robot. Literally, he's like, oh my God, you're so robotic, because that's just my personality. I like, you know, I guess that's type A. I'm like in a box. That's just me. And so I thought to myself, why is it that when you go on a calorie deficit, you don't give yourself that same freedom? Like, I would feel the need to eat the same meal amounts every single day. And then I stopped and was like, no, you don't need to do that. If you feel like eating, because the thing with me is I really love big portions. So I was like, you know what? If you feel like, I feel like my under eye looks crazy with that bright concealer. Let's fix this. So I stopped it for a second and I was like, you need to give yourself more freedom this time. So if you feel like eating 2 meals a day instead of 3, and maybe you just want to eat really big portions, you can do that on some days. Or there would be days where, like, I wasn't hungry for lunch, but I would be like, must eat lunch. Like, literally, I'm so robotic like that. Like, I wouldn't even be hungry for lunch, but I'd be like, it's 2:30. Gotta eat lunch. Like, so freaking robotic. Whereas I'm just like I'm trying to be more free and less following that routine with my calorie deficit. And that's the key for me, because it gives me that, like, freedom. So now if I'm not hungry for 2:30, I simply don't eat. And that way I just actually have more room at the end of the day, and maybe I have room for a dessert or a snack at the end of the night. You know what I don't know if you guys know what I mean. Yeah, you end up learning so much about yourself through these obstacles and through this process. You learn what works for you, what doesn't work for me. To keep it real though, like, the reality is I have felt so insecure about my body since I gained some weight back. And I mean, I feel like that's normal, because you have someone who, like, lost all this weight and I kept just going down, down, down. And I actually got down to, when I got down to 128, to be honest with you guys, that's the first time in years where I actually started to really feel confident about my body. Like, my body started to really look good around 128. Like, my abs were really starting to show. I was starting to look more petite. My face was slimming down. I was really starting to, like, be like, this is happening. Like, I feel like I'm, you know, I'm getting more, like, I just feel like I looked so freaking cute at 128. And it's so damn depressing that I'm back at 137 and I was back at 143. But I mean, you can look at it that way, or I can just be like, it's all good. I'm gonna get back there. Like, I'm gonna get back there. I should have used this word before. When I was explaining to you guys of, like, being more free, I think the word is intuitive. That's the word. So being more intuitive with my food instead of feeling the need to, like, follow this, like, robotic routine. It's just being more intuitive. And I feel like that's also going to help me practice for maintenance, because maintaining is gonna really come down to intuitive. Like, I've been on this journey for 2.5 years, and every single, like, step of the way I've learned something new and something different. I've figured out what's really worked for me. This is what I really wanted to share with you guys. I figured out what's really worked for me, and it is to stay on my calorie deficit, but follow it intuitively. Working out 2 to 3 times a week, more 2 in the winter, to keep it real with you guys. That's my sweet spot, and it's just crazy. You really learn all these things, and that's why I say to you guys, yes, weight loss is scientific, and it does come down to a calorie deficit, but you gotta figure out what schedule and what kind of, like, routine and what vibe works for you. So working out 2 to 3 times a week, and no more than that, because if I work out more than that, I start to feel like I'm forcing myself, and I resent the gym, and then I literally completely want to quit altogether. So you kind of have to find your sweet spot, and that's my sweet spot. Also, I do kind of want to mention to you guys, I know this is, like, kind of like, let me just pop in here, kind of random, but this video is in partnership with Lifesum. You guys know I have worked with them forever now. I'm absolutely obsessed with their app. If you don't know what their app is, it's a calorie counting app. I actually already have my breakfast that I put in so far. this has really helped me. Throughout my journey, in the very beginning, I used to count on an app a lot, and then I kind of stopped for a while. And then over the past few months, I've back to tracking on an app just because it helps me keep myself accountable, one, but two, it's helped me see where I'm going wrong. So like it's kind of fun because if I lose more weight one week, or if I don't lose any weight that week, I'll look back to what I ate and been like, oh, okay, yeah, I was kind of overeating. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like a little log. So I really love that about it. What's great about this app is it shows you a little graph so you guys can see I was losing weight, bam, gained a little bit of weight. It's just great because it shows you that kind of graph, and it's just like a graph of your journey. If you go into the body tab, I love it because you can actually have all of your measurements in here. You can put your waist. You can also track your body fat, which is huge because it's not just about the pounds. I know there is a ton of tracking apps out there, but I personally love Lifesum because it's more than a tracking app. They also have weight loss plans. So a lot of you guys, I noticed, like to follow like a plan because you just like to have something to kind of go based off of. And if, like I said, weight loss is all about it's about sticking to a calorie deficit. Like, number one thing, if you're not in a calorie deficit, you're not going to lose weight. So it's definitely about sticking to a deficit. After that, you have to find what kind of works for you. You know what I mean? And some of you guys might like to follow a plan. So if you do like to follow a plan, they have a bunch. They have vegan for a week, they have keto burn, they have 3-week weight loss plans. There's so many amazing ones. They have high protein if you like to follow that. There's ketogenic. Like, it's just, I love how this is more than a calorie counting app. They also have recipes along the bottom here. If you just click recipes right here. So the app is actually completely free to download, which is amazing. But if you guys want to get the premium subscription, which is my personal favorite because I feel like it's just more advanced. If you want to get the premium subscription, you can actually get 30% off. Of course, I got a discount code for you guys using my link. I'll actually leave the link down below for you guys, and I will leave the free download link in case you're interested in the free one, or if you want to step it up like I love and get 30% off of the premium. I will leave both of them down below for you guys. And also, I learned this as well, is giving myself one cheat day a month at least. I have to have at least one cheat day a month, and that really helps keep me on track. Before, what I would do is I would hold on to a deficit as long as possible. Like, even if I was craving, I'd be like, no, one more week. And it felt like I was on this like wheel of like ignoring my cravings. And then I would just like, I would go 6 to 7, 8 weeks without a cheat day. And then I would crash and I would have like 5 cheat days in a row. And it's like, you can't do that. It's not balanced. It's not productive. So now I realize that my sweet spot is I need a cheat day every 3 to 4 weeks. And ever since I've been doing that, like sticking to my deficit and then having my cheat day 3 to 4 weeks, I have been really successful. Like, before, it literally took me 6 months to lose like 6 pounds. Whereas following this routine, I lost 6 pounds in 2 months, which is amazing, or 2.5 months, which is amazing. But yeah, back to insecurities. I feel like so many of you guys think I'm so confident. And to be honest with you, the reason why I'm kind of bummed, because I was starting to really feel confident. I've struggled with insecurity issues my entire life. I've always been the chubby kid. I got bullied a lot in school, especially in elementary school. I got bullied a lot. So I've always been a really timid, kind of shy person. So I'm not like that loud, confident type of girl. I'm always very like timid and kind of reserved. So I have that natural vibe. So when you take that and you mix being overweight your whole life plus getting bullied, when you mix those two together, it just creates a recipe for an insecure person. So I was always insecure growing up. I never ever, to be honest with you, in my life, I don't want to cry. We're not gonna cry. That's not gonna happen. This is the pep talk I'm giving myself right now. I've never in my life felt confident, like ever. Sorry, I'm like really trying not to cry. Okay, I've never in my life felt confident, and it's crazy because you guys think I'm such a confident person, and just because I post an Instagram photo does not mean that I'm like the most confident person. But once I hit 128, and it's not about being 128, it's literally not about the number. When I was in the 120s, my body was just starting to look so good that I know confidence, to be honest with you, is so much more than your body. It's crazy because when it comes to my personality and who I am as a person, I am ultra confident. Like, I am unapologetic. Like, I cannot be like swayed. You know those people who can be easily manipulated or easily swayed, or like you can't change my mind. I have my beliefs, I have my morals, I know who I am, and no one's gonna come and make me feel bad for it. Like, I am completely a boss ass bitch in that way. But once you take my image, I've always been super insecure about it. It's crazy. I guess confidence is like two different things. Like being confident in who you are and being confident in how you look is a package, and you have to be both, but I've always just been one. Sorry, I know I'm taking really long to do my makeup, but this is just how it is. Every time I do a chit chat get ready with me, I take really long to do my makeup, and it's because I'm talking, obviously. My body started to look really good once I hit the 120s, and for the first time in my life, I was starting to feel really confident. And that's what makes me sad, is because it's like, fuck. Like, why? I was just starting to feel so confident, and it just sucks that I gained weight back, because it's like, now I'm in that place where I'm not so confident. Like, my stomach looks so fluffy. My abs are not showing anymore. My face has gotten fluffy, but at least it's slimmed down now since I lost the 6 pounds, but I'm back in that place where I'm not feeling confident. And it just really sucks, because I finally, in my entire life, I just got to that place now when I was in the 120s and I was starting to feel really confident. And it just sucks that I ripped that away from myself. But this is the moments where I go, stop, Amy. This is the part of the process. This is the part of the journey. You learned a lesson from it. Like, you know what I mean? Then I also realized, like, you kind of have to be confident at all weights. But I'm not that person. I wish I could be, and maybe I can get there. I think that's the lesson I'm learning now, is like, you know what, Amy? Even though you did gain some weight back, even though you're not in the 120s right now, you need to still be confident. You need to still work it. Like, I'm trying to force myself to do that. I've never been that type of person. So it's like I can't train myself to be that person in a few weeks when I've never been that person my entire life for 24 years. I just kind of wanted to say that, because I know a lot of the times this weight loss journey comes across as so perfect to you guys, and I might come across as like this perfect person. Believe me, I'm really confident in who I am as a person, and I love myself on the inside. You guys should see me, I'm super unapologetic. It's crazy, because your guys' assumptions about me, a lot of them are correct. Like, I am unapologetic. And maybe it was because I was bullied a lot in elementary school, that today I cannot be bullied. It just can't happen. Nobody's ever going to bully me about my opinion. And that's why actually lately, this is another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. One thing I've been really sick about is, oh, wow, this is actually another topic I have to talk to you guys about. So I'm kind of done with the weight loss topic, because I feel like I really went through it. Another topic I wanted to talk about, like, I usually don't like to talk about celebrity drama because it's like whack, I feel like, but I've been really kind of keeping up with the Roger and Jenny situation, and it's a whole ass mess, and at the end of the day, none of us know the truth. That's one thing you guys gotta know, is just like you guys watch my YouTube channel, I watch other people too, and you always have assumptions, but you never know the truth about someone's life. So I like to think that we should always be very open-minded and not just make assumptions and like stick to them. Like, we should always be like, you know what, you never know what that person's going through. So no one knows the truth when it comes to the Jenny and Roger situation. If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, JWoww from Jersey Shore. But no one knows the truth. What I will say is Roger seems super narcissistic. He just seems super narcissistic. He seems like he turns on the camera when he looks good and doesn't show his bad moments at all. And when I had that realization, I just really stopped for a second, and I knew this, but I just stopped for a second and it was like, wow, but that's literally how social media is. Like, social media is super, super fake. Like, we only show the good parts about ourselves. And that's why I feel like it was important for me to also update you guys on my weight loss journey when I had a downfall. To keep it real with you guys, like, everybody is so sensitive these days that it makes it hard to share your real and honest opinions because you get bullied for it. And for a long time, I stayed quiet on a lot of things, and like, I didn't want to give my opinion even on just like simple matters because I didn't want to be like attacked. And you end up developing this like fake social media personality. And I think I talked about this a little bit before, but I will say I've never been fake on social media or YouTube, but like, I've always been myself. I am the same. Like, if you ask anybody that knows me, I am the same online as I am in person. Same voice, talk the same way, I am the same way, but I feel like I've kept a lot of myself hidden from social media because you just don't want to get that backlash. You don't want to you don't want people to judge you for your opinions, and you get a lot of like, you get a lot of negativity. You can't have honest conversations anymore, pretty much. I've honestly don't care anymore. Like, I'm reaching the point where I'm like, why should I hide that part of myself? You know what I mean? Like, I am not sugarcoating shit anymore. I'm done hiding certain parts of who I am. I love this blush, by the way, the NYX Amber. I'm done hiding certain parts of who I am just to come across as this overly PG person. Like, I just can't do it. I'm not a PG type of girl. I mean, I know some people might be, but I am not. And I think a lot of you guys are noticing that, especially on Twitter. Like, if I have an opinion, one thing about me is I'm a really opinionated person. I am super opinionated. And if you ask me for my opinion, I'm gonna give you the truth. And the thing with me is I'm really confident. Like I said to you guys on the inside, I'm unapologetic about my opinions. If you're gonna bully me, if you think you're gonna bully me and change my opinion about something, it's not gonna happen. I'm really hard-headed in that way. Someone tweeted something one day and it really stuck with me. She said, I can't remember exactly, but she said something along the lines of like, you don't need to change yourself to change everybody. Be yourself and the right people will attract. And that's just honestly the model that I've just followed now, is if people don't like what I say or how I act or how I am, maybe they're just not for me, and that's okay. We're not gonna be for everybody. I don't need to be everybody's cup of tea. Basically, that's what I'm saying. I don't need to be everybody's cup of tea. Another thing too that Nas tweeted, which I really loved, is she said, my personality ain't for everyone. And that's just a fact. Like, I'm not gonna be for everyone, and I'm okay with that now. Oh, another thing I wanted to tell you guys in terms of weight loss, what I found also helps me is, which is not even just for weight loss, actually for money saving, for any of my goals in life, I actually have started over the past few weeks and months writing them down. It really helps. I know that sounds like so like, duh, Amy, of course. But literally, a lot of people don't write down their goals, and I never used to. But if you have a goal in your mind right now and you're like, I want to do this, then you have to write it down, write the goal down, and then write the plan down. Let me show you guys what I have. I started a note on my phone, and it's called Weight Loss Plan 2019. So I have like an entire plan that I wrote down, and I really find that it just helps keep me accountable. So I wrote down what the plan is, and then I have all of the months set up. So every single month I have a goal for myself to focus on and to meet, and I'll check mark it when I meet it. And if I don't meet it, I'll cross it out. Like this one, my goal was 136 pounds for January, but I didn't meet it. I was 137.4. So I was 0.5 off from being in the 136, but it's all good. I just corrected it, like scratched it off, put the mark that I met, and every single month I'll have these goals to keep myself focused. You cannot just go through life. This is something I learned. You can't just go through life saying your goals out loud and thinking it's gonna happen. It's not magic. It's not gonna happen unless you actually write it down and work for it. So that's something I really, really learned. So I'm also applying that with my weight loss too, and I find that it's working so far. So my next goal for February is, I can't remember what I wrote down. I think it was 134 or 135. I feel like this video is going to be super long, and I always want to cut down these check it ready with me's because they're so long. But I mean, I think you guys like them, like long videos. My last video, you guys were like, can it be longer, please? So I'm actually going to do my lips before my mascara. So I'm gonna use, this is like my absolute favorite, the L'Oreal Sweet Tooth. Okay, so I finally got my mascara on. I am just removing the old glue off my lashes. But I just remembered, I wanna go back to like the JWoww and Roger. I was gonna say Raw Wow. The JWoww, Jenny, and Roger situation. And what's funny is people like to call Jenny, like people like to say, oh, I think she's the evil one and he's the good one. Why? Is it because he's on social media showing the good parts all the time? And is it because she actually shows her real self? Because I noticed something, like nobody can say JWoww's fake. She shows her real personality. That's her. You could tell she has this like bitchy side to her, but that's because that's who she is. She'll put someone in their place if they have to, if she has to. But she's showing people that. She's showing her real self. She's not sitting on TV or social media pretending to be this like holier than thou, perfect, bubbly person. She's being herself. And those are the people, like that we have to open our eyes and be like, they're the real ones. They are the real ones. Because one thing I noticed about social media, I'm telling you right now, I am warning you guys, it's the people who pretend like they're so nice and they have no flaws and there's nothing wrong with them and they're such nice people. Oh my God, I'm such a good person. I'm such a good person. It's those type of people on social media that feel the need to constantly like prove that they're such a good person that usually are the shittiest. You know those people that sit there and constantly have to like prove how they're such a good person and they're so nice and I'm so nice, I'm so positive. Those are usually the people who have some demons that they are hiding. And like one thing about me is I get comments sometimes, and actually one of the assumptions that I got is like, oh, I know some people assume like, oh, you're probably so mean, Amy, because you come across as so serious. You guys, you gotta respect the fact that I'm showing you my personality, my real personality all the time. I don't sit here and pretend to be something I'm not. It's crazy because some people think I'm so mean because I'm such a serious person. Quite the contrary, actually. You'd be surprised. A lot of the times I'm that person who avoids confrontation and drama, and I like to keep the peace. I have a lot of patience, and I put up with a lot of shit a lot of times to avoid drama. So I'm not really a mean person. I can be a serious type of chick. That's just my personality. My point is, you gotta respect the people that are not trying to pretend to be so nice and happy all the time. You have to respect that because they're being real. Okay, you guys, so that is pretty much it. I'm just gonna put some MAC Fix Plus on. So that is pretty much it for my chit chat. Get ready with me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think it's gonna be a long one, but I think you guys will like it. I'm actually glad. I feel like we were due for a little chit chat. So I think I'm just gonna go get dressed now and film my assumptions video. That should be really fun. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching as always. And of course, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.